Alright, what's going on everybody? It's JP Blends and I'm back with another tutorial. This one's going to be a mid-drop fade with a beard trim. So the first thing that I do is I comb down the hair and then I debulk with my number 3 guard, lever all the way closed. And I'm just debulking, I'm going all the way up to the part and I'm feeding the hair with my comb to the teeth of the clippers. When you have clients that have man buns or any kind of parts, you want to make sure that the part is really straight because clients appreciate these little details. They can go a long way. Alright, so the next thing that I do is I'm blending that number 3 to the hair near the part, and I'm doing this with the clipper over comb technique. When you do clipper over comb, you want to make sure to have the top of the teeth of the comb pointing up to the sky or a little bit towards you, never towards the client, because that's going to give it a weird shape. So now I'm setting in my bald line with my Oster Model 10s and the 5.0 blade attached. I'm doing this so I don't dull out my trimmers. I'm dropping the bald line in the back so that I can have more room to blend, and because this is a drop fade.
Perfect.
Right here I saw that the bald line could be straighter, and so that's why I went back and I changed it a little bit. I cut a little bit more on one side because if your bald line is crooked, then that's how your fade's going to be. And you want to remember that you want to be really gentle with your client because you don't want to dig into the skin. That's going to hurt them, and that's just going to make it uncomfortable and make the experience in your chair unpleasant. So now I have my electric shaver and I'm bringing all that stubble down to skin level or bald level, and you want to remember to be careful really close to the bald line. You want to flick up lightly or you want to go down with the grain to avoid making any lines. So now I have the lever all the way open on my Wahl Seniors, and I'm setting the guideline at about ½ an inch to a full inch, and I'm making sure that the guideline is even all around the head, and I'm making it just a little thicker in the back so that I can have a little bit more room to stretch the blend out.
Perfect.
So now I have the lever all the way closed on my Wahl Seniors, and I'm using the corner to bump up or blend that line just below halfway. So now I got the lever halfway open, and I'm making sure to stay below that top part of the section that we created, but I'm flicking from where we left off and I'm stopping just below the top of the section we created. Remember that you want to be using your corners at all times when you're blending and taking out dark spots or lines. So now I got the one guard on with the lever all the way open, and I'm setting in my next guideline the same width, about half an inch to an inch, making it a little bit wider in the back so that I can stretch the blend out a little bit more. The reason why I make my guidelines a little bit wider in the back is because the hair is a lot denser back there. So now I got my half guard on with the lever all the way open, and I'm going just below where I left off with that one guard all the way open. I'm making sure that I'm blending with my corners, and I'm constantly brushing down the hair. So now I close up the lever about halfway, and I'm going just below where I left off with that half guard all the way open, and in a bit you'll see that I'll close the lever up all the way, and I will go right beneath where I left off with the previous step. So we're basically just fading down, and the process is we're using the one guard all the way open, and then underneath that we're using the half guard all the way open, and then underneath that we're using the half guard halfway open, and then underneath that we're using the half guard all the way closed.
Perfect.
So now I'm making my last guideline, and I'm making this with the two guard all the way open. Remember that with this guard, you want to go straight up and you don't want to dig into the head. And the next step is to close the lever up all the way on the two guard, and you want to go right beneath where you left off. After that, you're going to grab the 1.5 guard, and you're going to open up the lever all the way, and then you're going to go right beneath where you left off. Alright, so right here I'm just connecting the left side and the right side with the back, and I'm just doing the exact same steps, remembering that it is denser back here. Remember that detailing your fade is going to be one of the most important parts of the haircut, and it's what's going to separate you from any other barber. When I line up my clients' beards, I like to start with this area right here, and then I like moving on to the part that's under the neck. So when fading in the beard, it's the exact same steps as the fade on the head. Don't be scared to stretch out that blend. I'm giving my client a natural looking mustache, not cutting too much off the top or the bottom. Remember to stretch the skin when you're using the straight blade. I like to finish off the bottom of the neck area with the electric shaver for a smoother and closer shave.
Perfect.
But yeah, everybody, that was the cut. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Comment down below any crazy challenges or ideas that I should do. Or just let me know what you thought of the finished product, what you thought of the haircut, what you thought of the fade, what you thought of the lineup. But yeah, I hope everybody had a great weekend. Happy Easter. I hope that everybody enjoyed it with your families. And I'm out.